welcome to another episode of my podcast. My name is Cheryl, and this is Cappuccino Crafts, my little channel on YouTube, and my corner of the general interwebs where I like to talk about knitting and crochet and books and TV and movies and tea and coffee and other life and general chatty things that I want to share with you. Yes, so thank you very much for choosing to watch this video and spending a little bit of your time with me. I really hope that you enjoy it. Please settle in, get yourself a delicious beverage, grab your yarn, your hook, your needles, your embroidery, your spinning, whatever it is, and let's enjoy a nice chatty time together. Today is a Monday again. It comes every week. Imagine. Anyway, it is November the 15th or 16th. I don't know why I'm having a little trouble with the number, but the 15th or 16th Monday in November, and it is a gray and cloudy, cold fall day. Definitely heading into winter, feeling the winter coming on. Yeah, so crafting has been going pretty well. I'm kind of getting back into the swing. And we haven't seen this shawl in a while because I haven't been picking it up really. But I have made progress on the left side of my Japanese garden shawl. Here is the beautiful center, these circles. And the right side is completed. And look, except for these ends, which just were made when I did this little flower insert. That's because there's a little flower stitch at the end of that. So they call these a flower. Anyway, I have woven in. I've been keeping up with the ends, weaving them in. So, yay me! It's always a battle with me when there are lots of ends. Yeah. Because I so don't like it, but you gotta do it. Anyway, so really glad I have that going again and look forward to it being finished and wearing it. Also, I have made good progress on both heels. Here, I don't want to, yeah, I was going to tangle the working yarns, so I had to switch them around. I've made good progress on both heels of my shiny dragon scale socks. The name of the pattern, though, is actually not in English. And the pattern is actually not for socks. The pattern is for fingerless mitts, but I took the stitch pattern from the fingerless mitts and I put them on socks. It's pretty easy to do, to go between socks and fingerless mitts, because they usually have very similar stitch counts. Most of the time, you'll be able to use the same stitch count. And it's just very easy to transfer a stitch pattern from one to the other. So this is by Mika Klein. is the designer of the mitts, and I am loving these socks. I think I'm super gonna enjoy wearing them. And I am doing a short row heel, which is not my go-to heel. I most of the time will do a classic heel flap and gusset, but I just wanted to change things up, and I thought for these particular socks, because the stitch count is just slightly lower than the normal stitch count, and that's okay because this is ribbed all the way around, so they're very, very stretchy, so I'm not worried about that part. But I thought when it comes to the heel, the short row heel might be a better choice for this particular stitch count because I'm not doing ribbing on the heels. And I do add a mini gusset when I do a short row heel because I have to, or it won't fit. Yeah. This part here is the mini gusset. It's like there. And then here is where the short row heel proper starts. Yeah. So yay for crafting. And I do need to start a new project soon because these two projects aren't going to be lasting me a lot longer. I could also pick up my background scrap blanket, which I might do. That'll fill some time, and it kind of is a good palette cleanser in between. And I'm not sure why this fall I haven't picked up that scrappy blanket yet. So maybe it is time to get that out. But I also want another proper new project soon. But I have no idea what I want to do next. Really, none. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what I choose for a new project. And I have gotten some happy mail. So I want to share happy mail with you because I did participate in the Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted hashtag on Instagram, which is kind of a swap in November that is pretty much, I don't know when it started. I don't know what year it started, but it's been going for a good few years, and I have participated before, and I look forward to it. It's really enjoyable, kind of fun, holiday-ish, because it's kind of heading into the winter holiday season. So it's like the beginning of some of that winter holiday spirit. And my wish, and about 4 people granted my wish, was for a card and some tea and or a bookmark in the envelope with the card. I already showed you my first card and bookmark last week because it came really fast. And I got a couple of more. This is one card. Isn't that a pretty heart? And she actually wrote a note on a separate piece of paper and left this postcard blank. So I can actually use this as a postcard or put it in an envelope and send it as a card like she did. I can actually use this for someone. Yeah, it's very sweet. And some tea, several teas came in this envelope with this card. And I'm excited to try them. I think about 3 different teas. and they were not sealed up. They weren't in like little sealed packages, so I put them in a Ziploc, and they're in the kitchen. So I don't have them up here upstairs to show you, but I will enjoy trying some of those teas and sampling the several teas that she sent. And what a sweet card. And then this is another card that I got. Oh, did she? I think she wrote on it upside down. It should go this way. Excuse me. And another heart. Yeah, there's a theme emerging. And it's a cute card. And she wrote a very kind little note. And with it, she sent just a plain paper, like cardstock paper bookmark with nothing really printed on it or anything. So I just didn't feel like showing it to you. But she also sent with that bookmark this little notepad with little notes. So, you know, I could make a note in my about my project and put it in my project bag, or I could put a real short shopping list or whatever I want, little notes. I could put it in with another card and just put a little note in a card that I send, a little extra. But really cute, very, very cute. So that's the Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted Happy Mail. I also got another Happy Mail that I ordered for myself. In October I did this. I signed up for a book subscription. It's called Page One, and they hand select books according to your answers on the questionnaire about what you like to read, what you're interested in reading, and what you don't want to, and what you look for in a good book, what makes a good reading experience for you, and how you judge what makes a good book. So so they take your answers, and also you can link to your Goodreads. So if you have like an extensive catalog of bookshelves on Goodreads, they can take a peek at your Goodreads and look at get a better idea of some of your reading taste and interests. And also they can see, okay, that's already on that person's radar. They don't necessarily want to just send you things that you already were looking at, but more surprising things. So this is Page One, the subscription service. I signed up for 3 months, and I got my first box. I got my November box. So I'll be getting November, December, January. And I was so excited when I saw that it came, and I'm going to show you now what came in my Page One subscription. First, just a couple little things. I got a bookmark, a Page One bookmark with a nice quote from Haruki Murakami. I have been planning how to start, like what my first book from him should be. I've been very interested in reading Murakami, but I can't. He's a little bit difficult, I get the feeling, and a lot of his books are really, really long. And I did a long time ago try to read one, and I didn't get very far. So I've been trying to figure out what my first book from Murakami that I finish can be. But this quote says, if you only read the books that everyone else is reading, you can only think what everyone else is thinking. And yeah, I agree with that. So a little page one bookmark and a little page one card. It says, the turkey, the sweet potatoes, the stuffing, the pumpkin pie. Is there anything else we all can agree so vehemently about? I don't think so. And that is a quote from Nora Ephron, another author who I have not read any Nora Ephron. Anyway, and a Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving turkey, gobble gobble, right there. So yes, that definitely for an American has such a November Thanksgiving vibe. Says, wishing you and yours a happy Thanksgiving full of good food and vehement agreements. That'd be nice instead of vehement disagreements. Your literary matchmakers. Yeah, and they say on their website that they actually have real people make the book choices. It's not like an algorithm and a computer processing, but they have real literary matchmakers making picks for the people who sign up. So a sweet little Thanksgiving card. And now the book, the main I got. Dun, da, da, da. The Blacker the Berry by Wallace Thurman. And this is a classic. It's a Harlem Renaissance classic. And I have not read any of the Harlem Renaissance books. And this is not one that had been on my radar. So it is by Wallace Thurman, an African-American woman. And it explores the experience of a very dark-skinned African-American woman and talks about colorism within the Black American community at the time. So they said, from what I've read, this is one of the more controversial books to come out of the Harlem Renaissance, and perhaps because it deals with that kind of touchy topic. But I am really interested to read a non-white male classic book. Yeah, and that is one of the things I noted in my answers to them, that I am interested in classics, but want to go beyond like the typical white and male classic canon. So classics that have been under the radar and not represented in a lot of literature courses and things, and that have been overlooked. So excited, and this definitely is very, very much a response to one of the things that I mentioned. And you also get a little treat, a little something extra. and I got this tea from Simpson and Vail. It is the Jane Austen Black Tea Blend. And in the Jane Austen Black Tea Blend, there is black tea and spearmint, lavender flowers, and vanilla flavor. That sounds delicious. So I have not opened it. See the seal? I've been waiting to try it until I showed it in the video. Although I've been wanting to try it, but I have not yet. But after today, I can try it anytime I want. But yes, this sounds really delicious. So that is the Happy Mail that has come. And let's see, anything else? Well, I haven't been talking about what I'm reading. That's where we're going next. Okay. I started 2 books because this is early in the Tome Topple Round 13. I did participate in Tome Topple Round 12. At that time, I read, I can't remember what I read. Sorry. But I did. I finished 2 500 plus page books. That's what qualifies as a tome. And I did one on audio, and I did one as a paper hard copy. And I'm taking the same approach this time, except not paper hard copy, but I am reading an ebook. So that's text. I'm reading it in a text format with my eyes on ebook, and I also started an audiobook. The audiobook that I started is The Diviners by Liba Bray. Is it Liba or Liba? Not sure. But Liba Bray. The Diviners, it is a fantasy. I'm pretty sure it's young adult. It feels kind of young adultish. And the character is definitely in that young adult age range. She's like 17 or 18. And it's a young adult historical fiction fantasy with mystery. There's a serial killer who is kind of a supernatural serial killer. And the main character has some powers. She can, when she touches an object and concentrates, she can get information and she sees like a vision, and she gets information about the owner of the object. So she and some other people are kind of being brought together, and they are going to try and solve this serial killer mystery and hopefully stop the serial killer from killing anymore. I'm like 20%, 21% in, and it's good. It's enjoyable. The narrator is enjoyable to listen to as well. And then I started an ebook, The Winter Sea, which is kind of a historical fiction romance. It's got definitely a cozy feel. The supernatural serial killer storyline mystery is not cozy at all. This is a good contrast. It's a cozy historical fiction romance with a dual timeline, a past timeline and a present timeline, and I think there is going to be a little bit of a magical touch. I don't think it's going to be heavily magical, but there's going to be a little bit of magical, mystical connection between the present and the past. And I think there's going to be two couples, a couple in the past and a couple in the present, and a cozy time. So those are the two 500 plus page books that I started for the Tome Topple Round 13. And I have 2 weeks to finish them. So I'm going to try and keep pace so that I can finish hopefully both. I shouldn't have trouble finishing one, but I hope to finish both. I have put that library book, The Priory of the Orange Tree, on pause. I had to return it, and I hadn't really gotten especially far, and it was time to start the Tome Topple, and so I needed to start a new book for the Tome Topple. You can't have books that you already started don't count in the Tome Topple. So, yeah. When I am done with the Tome Topple, I will try and get The Priory of the Orange Tree back again and start it up. That's my plan. Anyway. But yeah. So I started 2 new books, and yeah, just feeling the cozy, getting into winter, cozy up and snuggle in mode. Also, I watched like half, I don't know what it is with me and movies. I watched half of that movie and then I haven't gone back and finished that. And last night, I watched half of Emma on cable. The 2020 movie of Emma was available for streaming. So I watched, while I ate dinner, I watched half of it. And then after I was finished eating, I wanted to start reading again. So I put the movie away, and I thought maybe I'd finish the movie upstairs before I fell asleep, but I did not. Anyway, but I was really enjoying the 2020 Emma, and I hope to finish it maybe tonight. That'd be nice to finish it with my dinner tonight. Yeah. It is quite different from the like 90s Emma with Gwyneth Paltrow, which I like. I enjoy that version of Emma, but I'm enjoying this one quite a lot too. I don't really recognize the cast, but they're doing a great job. Except for a couple of the older people, like playing like parents. Bill Nye is Emma's father, he's brilliant as Emma's father, and Emma's father is a hilarious character, and Bill Nye is having a great time and doing a great job with that crotchety, cantankerous, silly man. So yeah, the older actors, I'm recognizing some of them, but I don't have a clue who the young people are. I'm showing my age, but that's okay. They're doing a great job. I'm enjoying it. Probably I will finish it tonight with my dinner. That'll be a nice time. So, I think that's everything. Yeah, I know in a lot of places, the COVID is getting really bad again, and it is getting really, really bad in the United States again. So I really hope that wherever you are, that you are well and safe and healthy, you and all your loved ones. Be careful, wear masks, and we will get through this. Yeah. Hang on, hold on. Anyway, so I hope that your crafting and all of your creative projects are going really well, and that you are achieving your vision with them. And talk to you later. Bye bye.